Well, this morning, my wife, my daughter, and I, we gave away over 200 dress shirts and ties to high school kids on their senior day at Teaneck High School. And I guess you could say it was Christmas come early for us. It was absolutely an amazing blessing to be able to help these young men and talk to them about my own personal experiences. My goal was to give them a real honest view about life, the road ahead, but also to make them understand that they have amazing, endless potential. My goal was to inspire them, but I got to tell you something. They actually inspired me. Their attitudes, their questions, and their goals show that our youth haven't given up, and they're not as spoiled or as entitled that I always hint on this show that they are. Instead, they just simply need guidance. They really need honesty, right, from people that have gone before them, people that understand what they're fearful of, what their obstacles are. They need also things like to learn how to tie a tie. I got to tell you something. I told them, you got to come to work 30 minutes early. You got to leave work 30 minutes later than your peers. Some need to understand a job at McDonald's is not beneath them. Even if their ultimate goal is to be a billionaire, you've got to start somewhere. So this was the day of the year in New York and New Jersey. It was actually the best day of the year in terms of weather, but it was also the best day of the year for me because I got a chance to spend time with this generation that's going to look to pick up the baton. And I can say right now that America, I know we're going to be okay. So God bless the seniors of Teaneck, and God bless America. All right. Sorry about that. I almost made it.
Oh, man. I had money on you.
It was beautiful. I feel so bad because, we look at Baltimore and we look at all the things that are going on in Ferguson. And it's easy when you never met these kids to have assumptions about them. And when you talk to them, it's just, they're optimistic. They just have no game plan. And I don't know, to a certain degree, the schools have let them down, but they want it. They want it, Hillary.
I know, they want it, but it's so sad when you see the eagerness and the optimism and the excitement, but you know that they need a hand to be able to get to that next step, and that's our responsibility. All of us should have that responsibility within our own community. Just like you've taken it on, Charles, we all should think that way, but we don't. And if America did that, we can bring a lot of
role models, right? I mean, you're an amazing role model going in there telling your story. I've known your story for many years. I've always looked up to you. You're going and sharing that with the kids, but a lot of these kids look at people that shouldn't be role models, unfortunately. And I think they need more people like you to get out there and tell the real story.
And do something so simple and so smart by just providing a shirt. I mean, that's brilliant. Shirt and tie.
No, it's also, Lori, there was one kid there. He's been working for a couple of years. So he was the only one who knew how to tie a tie. Wow. But they did it optimistically. We were showing over and over again, and they were laughing and having fun, and they wanted to learn how to get this Windsor knot.
You got to get them young. You got to get them young before they've chosen a path, because once they've gone down a path that's less optimal, it's tough to pull them back. If you get them early and get them.
It's tough to pull them back, particularly if they get tagged by the legal system, because that's sort of a death spiral. It's really tough in this country to get a second opportunity. I've been one that says, listen, you know what? Don't let felons vote. I'm starting to soften up a little bit on that. Maybe after 10 years, they could re-earn that kind of right. But I do know that something is wrong. We're losing too many young people who otherwise would be amazing citizens if they had the right help, Jim.
No, I think it's a great message you're giving. It was said to me a long time ago. It's not my expression. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. And again, I do think there are moments where people think that the success comes easy. The fact is it takes a lot of work. So you're trying to put them on the right path forward. But you got to put in the work.
You do have to put in the work. Now, we'll admit there was one kid who gave me a hard time, okay? The socialist education system got to him. What do you mean? Can you have too much money? No. What do you mean you can't have too much money? What about people who are stingy? There are these sort of, the issues we talk about on this show, but for the most part, they were all very, very eager, but they have no clue. When I say no clue, they need someone to explain it to them. I think high schools need to start going on field trips, teaching these kids how to tie a tie, how to write a resume, and actually taking them out and helping them go on job interviews. I think they're doing them a big disservice just to give them a diploma and says good luck.
I know we should really have a mentor program in all of these schools, because so much of it they need the one-on-one. As a matter of fact, no matter who you are, you ask any billionaire, they had a mentor. And you ask anyone who made it and has a good job, they had a mentor.
You're right. That's another thing.
On this Mother's Day weekend, it's a little sad that we're depending so much on the schools and the public and not the home.
Well, I think it begins in the home. But, our kids spend a lot of time in school, too.
You're right. Yeah.
All right, guys.